Hello, fellow creative people. Let me hope we are all doing well and doing great. So today we are. I was googling around and moving around on different platforms. Then I found this question where someone was like, "I do I need to register my music for copyright before uploading it to Amuse Distrokid? It can be Distrokid, Amuse, tunecore because these are distribution what platforms." So that was his question. So there are certain replies that were given to this person, and we are going to share that. But let us first look into detail of his question. So the question was, "Hey guys, so that is my question. Okay, I looked on Amuse's website and in this sub and this sub, but I didn't find info about it. Is your music protected automatically if you upload it through there, or do you have to register them beforehand?" Oh, okay, before submitting them. If I upload them without registering to my songs, do my songs run the risk of being stolen, even though I uploaded them through there? I live in Mexico, so the way to register music might be different. But I just wanted to know from that point of view how safe it is to upload your music without registering them, or how does that work? Then this applies to anyone who is basically uploading to any distributor. Someone may be uploading his music to uh, uh, music distributors like Distrokid. I always share a link in the description, and you will also find the link to the description of this video. Someone may also upload to Muse, Songtrust. Someone may be using maybe different platforms like tunecore, Ditto, no matter what. So this question goes to everyone who is basically using a distributor to distribute his music to different streaming platforms. This question, you deserve to look at it. Okay, so the first person said, we leave alone this way. He said, "My comment below got buried under a downvoted parent comment, so here it is again." So he gave us his opinion, which says that while the copyright exists from the moment the property exists in some tangible form. So copyright exists the moment any property exists in any tangible form. Okay, registering the work with the US Copyright Office is a good idea. And he continued and said, doing so allows you to sue if the copyright is infringed upon. Here is a legal Zoom article with all the info. Let us try to open this, maybe in another window. Yeah, it will be opening. So here is how to copyright a song. So I'll be looking at that maybe sometime later. So let us start with this one that says, after that we continue, and also the page specific to registering copyrights for music. I'll be sharing this link also on this video. That is why I'm trying to click and open them to the other side. Then this same person continued, and another person said, say you do not copyright something, does that mean somebody else can scoop in, copyright it for themselves, and leave you holding your dash, you see this word, in the wind without legal course? Then he happened to get 16 more replies. Let us try to look at them. This person replied and said, no, you do not ever need to register anything. but having a registered work is easier way to take action against someone who may have stolen your work. Okay. Then another one replied him, no, it's illegal to file a claim of ownership if you aren't the author or can prove that you have acquired the materials from the author. It is single exception where you do not need to register before you file a lawsuit. But what I would say about this, let me first throw in my opinion. So what I would say about this is, I believe that whenever you release a song with either Lander, Distrokid, tunecore, you are given a barcode that indicates the date it was created or released, and you also remain with the files, or your song basically shows when it was produced and everything. So I believe that if someone registers that song at a later date, you can claim showing the files, and you can also submit when you created it. You also have all the data, maybe from your producers, and you can win that case. Or either the other thing that you could do that would be better is basically cooperating with the US copyright. Then that way you're well sure that in case someone comes in claiming that, you're ready to protect yourself, because someone may come up saying that he released it before you did. And I believe on some platforms someone can set a behind date of release. So that is also another issue. So let us continue and see what, because we may be having some more experienced people with it, some people that have maybe been victims of it. So let us continue and see. Okay, this one, I think we've read this. Let us, yeah, we've read that. Then this person continued and said, this is another person called Mr. Mad. He said, with sincere respect, this person, illegal file claims only affect honest people. Okay, illegal file claims only affect honest people, and honest people aren't the ones stealing songs. And with real respect to all the other street lawyers on this point, I recognize that they are really trying to help. But in a Western court of law, at the end of the day, the holder of the registered copyright almost always wins, with very little exception. So this is like trying to show you that if you are not copyrighted, if you don't register with the copyright, so anyone can come up and say that maybe you copied his song. I've told you already that someone can come up and release the same song we released at an earlier date, meaning that if we are not registered by the time of uploading and the time of this person copyrighting that, because he's the first to copyright, he's recognized as the real owner, and you, who is honestly the owner, you end up losing, and you even have to pay this person. Okay, though the physical possession may have been in your hands first, if you didn't register it and someone else did, the holder of the copyright again almost certainly wins. As I understand it, dated computer files or even strings of transfer records are no longer an accepted means of proof. You see, what I was giving as like an exception that you could submit that you could submit the files that are basically showing when it was produced and stuff, they are no longer accepted as proof. Okay, for dates, because these dates can be changed in the BIOS of the computers. I never knew this. So meaning that the dates can be changed, so it is no longer allowed. Anyone can make any files show any date, even with large cases. Computer forensics isn't broad in the case these days. Almost the poor man's copyright where you mail it to yourself is wives' tale and worthless. And yes, also other people could use to do this, whereby they could say, if you have a file, maybe you produce a song, after getting it, then find a way you can email it to yourself. Because when you email it to yourself, it like shows a date when it was like maybe produced, when you first had it, but at this time it is also not basically working out. Okay, so that is why I was like saying that I would not share my opinion unless I also try to visit this platform. Maybe there would be someone that is more fluent with it, or maybe a victim of it. Okay, advice I live by: never release anything to anyone or anywhere or on any site, i.e., or that is like, for example, SoundCloud, without a copyright, or at least one registered. Even if you didn't receive the copyright back yet, I think by I think my last one, a recent one took 4 months. Okay, took 4 months. As long as you sent in the registration and uploaded the songs and paid the fee, you are legally safe. Okay, as long as you sent in the registration and uploaded the songs, okay, and paid the fee. So that is why I was like saying that when like uploading your song maybe to Landa to Distrokid, then this basically means these are music distributors. So it basically means that you paid a fee. So if you paid that fee to them, then you, because they claim that you retain your 100% rights to your music that you happen to release, then it means that you own everything to that platform. But if you use free stuff, I usually say that if you're using everything free, any platform that you're using that is basically free, it means that you yourself, you are the product. Okay, you yourself, you are the product. Say Facebook, you put in your emails, you put on your contacts, you put in everything that is all about you. So it means that, just imagine, just think of a time when maybe any platform comes to Facebook and says, okay, Facebook, provide me with some emails, or gather me some emails, or any platform that you're basically using, and it is free. It is giving you services, it is helping you in something, but it is basically free. How are they benefiting? Ask it from yourself. How are they benefiting? So it basically means that you yourself, you are the product. So avoid free stuff where necessary, where you could. Okay, so as we continue, you are generally safe. If you paid for that service, just make sure you do not make any mistakes registering it, which would get it sent back for clarification, or worse. Denied. Though I have never seen or heard of denied copyright. Okay, if at all you are registering anything, go direct to copyright.gov. Okay, let us open that website. Go straight to copyright.gov. Okay, register and upload. And a MP3 of the songs. Okay, so it could be easier and it's inexpensive. It is around $35 to $55. As I pointed out in this thread, it is only proof that you are considered the author and absolutely nothing else. It is not compared against other songs for uniqueness in any way, and anybody can still sue you over the song. I didn't get this. It is not compared against other songs for uniqueness anyway, and anybody can still sue you over the song. So this means that if you happen to register that song, maybe with your copyright company that you have gone to register that song, it does not mean that you do not get copyright. You don't get copyright strikes, or you don't get sued, because that song is not compared with any song. Meaning, since it is not compared with any song, someone else can sue you for copying his song, but you never knew maybe that you copied any other person's song or any other artist's song. So that is another issue. So it means, yes, you have copyrighted your content, but then you have to defend it, or you have to look for people that basically are redoing it. Because if they also register, the platform is not going to be comparing their registered song with any song that maybe this artist first uploaded this song. That person will register and the other one will register, and you are registering the same song or the same lyrics, meaning that it is upon you to look out for anyone using your lyrics and sue that person, maybe report that person, and that content is taken down, or that person happens to pay you. So then again, anyone can sue, okay, can sue you because you have two thumbs and they feel you shouldn't. I think some US politicians actually don't. The copyright solely verifies that you registered the song with the US log on this date and the time, and is nearly internationally accepted document of proof of ownership that you will only need if distributed. Okay, so that is it. So let us try to look at copyright.gov. So this is the platform where you could go and register your song. Okay, so there maybe we'll be looking at it in detail. So what is copyright and stuff? Okay, so that is it. Don't forget that today's sponsor is Songtrust, and this is my dashboard. So I've used Songtrust for something like now 3 years. Let me see here. Is it 3 years? I joined Songtrust in 2022. So 2022, 2023, 2024, and we are in 2024 basically. Those are 3 years. This is my 3rd year. And you see, my income keeps on growing as an artist and a songwriter. Okay, so what is basically the use of Songtrust? Songtrust is basically a platform that helps you collect your mechanical and performance royalties all over the world. Okay, so if you're a songwriter, you're a musician, you're a copyright owner, register with Songtrust at just $90. The link is in the description of this video, and you start collecting your mechanical and performance royalties. So worldwide, from all over the world. Okay, so do not hesitate. Just click that link and register today. Then the other thing that I've brought you is Distrokid, a platform that helps you distribute your music from the comfort of your place, maybe from the comfort of your countries, to different platforms all over the world by just simply click that. And they have brought in a new offer that is basically to students. If you're a student and you're doing music, at only 50% the normal price you would have been paying, you can now register your music. Okay, pay that. It is just 1 year at the beginning, and you join the platform. So you start distributing your music to different places all over the world. As you see here, this is Songtrust, and so this is my latest earning. That is basically one, and it pays out quarterly. So this is my first quarter where I received $117, okay, out of my music. So join the platform today and start receiving your money. Okay, so let us go back and continue with this. Most of what you need is to know. To know is here. To know about copyright. Anyone from anywhere can copyright a song in the US, though I do not know if you need US representation to do so for you. What else a non-US citizen or resident would need, but it is done all the time. So I think it is okay. You can register. You can register with wherever you're coming from. You can register with US, because most of even the distribution platforms that we happen to use are from US. So a US copyright is honored in a great deal of countries. Specifically, this is let me open that also. This is where copyright agreements are reciprocal. Okay, theoretically, I say theoretically, for as an example, China is listed there, and they are notorious for breach of such things. Okay, plus you wouldn't get far suing someone that is a Chinese nation in China if you are from the West, copyright or not. How? So this is another issue. Like China is basically known for breaching the copyright terms. So you register your song, you register your product, you register anything, because remember that someone told us here that if we go back, someone told us that why the copyright exists from the moment the property exists in some tangible form. So meaning that it can be anything that you have happened to like create. Okay, so but expect countries like China to maybe breach, because it is one of the mentioned countries. Sorry if you're from China, but I have to speak the truth. So you see a TV set that is basically Sony, then you see Sonia from China, you see that is normal. So it is now difficult for you to come from USA, maybe to come from Uganda where I am right now, and go and sue those people. So maybe for me what I would say is, because you could pay for content ID, if you have a song you could pay for content ID. I've seen that in what? I've seen that in Distrokid, we could do that. And you could also see that if you register it with the PRO, or you could also register with the songtrust that I've shared. Then it means that these people, if someone uses your content, eventually he faces backlash. Whether the channel, the money he would have earned basically comes to you, or he's sent some claim telling him to put it down. That also works. So someone also posted it, but it is worthy mentioning again. You pay for each registration. If you write lots of songs like I do, you can save time and money by making them all one song, one into the other, like it is one long song or an opera. Hey, so that is it. The copyright is as valid for a full song as it is for part of a song. The copyright is as valid for a full song as it is for part of a song. Okay, my last copyright had 31 songs on it under one title, and it is just as valid as 31 separate copyrights. Okay, so I think we get this. So I believe that this person was trying to say that he made each one. So if I'm like registering an album, so I register it as that title, that is Flora, then it has it has 31 separate copyrights. Okay, that is with 31 songs. Okay, so he continued and said, unless a song in breach of copyright has made money, there is no point suing someone for it unless it is a personal grudge or you want to hurt them financially. If no money has been made, there is very little in the way of damages that you can get out of the suit. In fact, it is a common strategy to wait until a breached song has made all the money it could, and then sue, for you have a great deal to gain at that point. So he's trying to tell you that someone may steal your song, but he does not even make any money from it. So there is no reason for you to sue this person, because this person has earned nothing and you'll earn nothing. But at most of the times, stealing is stealing. So however much you steal from anyone, unless you are ready to rot in court, but so long as you steal from anyone, expect to be charged whether you have money or you don't have. So it is someone's opinion to either leave you go freely or charge you, and you find yourself a way out of the prison, maybe paying that person. Randy, California, of a spirit suing Jimmy Page and Robert Plant over Stay Away to Heaven. Randy had the physical evidence, the copyright too, but waited almost 45 years or so before suing. Now, it is not an exact rip-off, but if you listen to it, it's really damn close and the core of the song. If you operate for Zeppelin and played this, you would probably want to sue their ass off after hearing Stay Away just 3 years later. Not to mention that they opened for Zeppelin on tour, and Page opened the song on Spirit album. A wise lawyer told him to wait and sue for more. Rand lost, but it's not over yet. I understand it is going back to court because the judge in the 2016 case gave the jury too narrow of a scope of instructions for consideration of the constitutes infringement. I think the jury should have been musicians. That would be a jury of peers, but that is for some other subs. Okay, so thank you for this post. I think we've at least gained. Okay, so this person said thank you so much. Do you know if it is possible to register a full album under one application? This person replied, what? Do you know if it is possible to register a full album under one application? Yes, and it is actually easier and cheaper. If you register each song individually, the copyright page will charge you 55 each time. If you register them all as part of a great work, that is an album, you will pay 55 total for the album. So it is almost the same price that you are registering each. Okay, the album, each song is 55 and you're going to do the same thing at also 55 with an album, okay, under one title. Okay, shouldn't copyright info be on the sidebar? I didn't get that. I live in Mexico too, and registering your song can be a pain in the dash, but it is usually worth it. If you have any doubts about how to do it and what else details, feel free to ask it. Then I do not know about before. I didn't know about before. I submitted a copyright application months ago. I think that was October, and I'm still waiting on it to be completed. I was actually emailed by the copyright office needing clarification on something, so I know it is in the process, but I released my album while waiting for the copyright. But definitely copyright your music, in my opinion. Okay, so all these people are sharing their view. Okay, all these people are basically sharing their view about the what, about the point. Okay, so when I consider this question, I think about how one can prove whether they own the rights. If you upload something to internet, there begins a whole chain of footprints that you could trace back to a date. There are also things such as ISRC that gets registered on a global database. Most distributors do this as part of their deal. Then I also consider as an unknown artist the publicity, the publicity I could get through filing a challenge to someone who I think has copied my work. I also consider the cost of paying someone to officially copyright something. The advice I once received about this is just post it yourself. Do not open the mail unless there is a challenge. Nowadays, I think that the date stamp you need to win a challenge could be found through your digital footprint. So this person is a little bit also right, but the upper person was right. To be on a safer side, you need to register. I told you that this person is talking of the ISRC codes that are given. Even the date of release is also showed. But you find that people can go back and set a later date, okay, of release. So I may have released the song maybe in 2022. I mean 2002. Then by the time I happen to know about maybe this music distribution, it is already maybe in 2021, okay, maybe in 2024. Then I register that song. But maybe my song trended and someone, instead of contacting me and maybe helping me with information on how to register or how to do it, this person went ahead and just registered my song. So then that basically means that I'm already in shit, because this person has registered my song as the owner. So meaning that the backlash is going to be coming what? To me. So that is also in depth that we should also look at that. And you do not need a copyright, okay, to upload through Distrokid, but unfortunately nothing is protected without a proper legal course of action and a great lawyer. Okay, anything can be stolen, but I would worry about the more once your music starts to generate a huge fan base. But for now, get your music out here and let it work its magic on people. So that is also the fact, because it is rarely to find someone who is going to be stealing your song when you are still underground, when you are still low, when your music has not yet got that bigger fan base. No one is yet to steal that song. Okay, but if your music starts making some good money, then consider going into registration. Okay, consider going into registration, because if you do not do that, automatically you're losing. So consider subscribing to Distrokid and distribute your music. I have shared a link, and they are now under promotion basically to students. If you're a student, they are offering a 50% discount for the first year that you're registering. So first of all, you're getting an offer, okay, and register and upload unlimited albums, unlimited songs to this platform without charging you a year. So it means basically you pay once a year, and if you pay this is the 8th of July. So it means that your subscription will only expire at this date, but now it will be 2000 what 2020, that is 2025. That is when you'll be paying this month, this date in 2000 what 2005. So do the joining now and start collecting your streaming royalties worldwide. And do not also forget to subscribe to Songtrust. That will be helping you collect your mechanical and performance royalties also worldwide. Because if you do not register with the Songtrust and you only register with one PRO, my dear, you're losing out, because different countries have different PROs, okay, that would be collecting your mechanical and performance royalties. So join today and start collecting your mechanical and performance royalties out there. You're losing out, okay? So when we continue, this person continued and said, you think the majors or serious indie players have this mentality? Yes, they also have the money, resources, and team, but they definitely do register copyrights. Remember, copyrights can be transferred, solid licensed, etc. Okay, but if I get the UPC, that is the Universal Product Code, when uploading my music, doesn't it doesn't it doesn't it make you the legal owner of that? I told you, yes, you can get it, but then someone may release a song at A, and he claims he may re-upload your song and he claims an earlier date. So it means that eventually, because it like will show that he released it first. Okay, so it means that you will be the one copying. Then this person said you can also register multiple releases, whether it is EP, a bunch of singles, or instrumentals, or single album. During one copyright registration saves you a ton of dollars. So this is also an advice to you if you're watching. Then from PA covers the song, melodies, lyrics. From SR, the sound recording. In some cases you can just do from SR and its covers 2-in-1. Remember, our works, as creative and special as they may be, are also intellectual property and assets. Okay, so treat it as such. You do not have to stress it per release. Always keep original session and backups. Keep track of who you send music to pre-release. Okay, keep your catalog organized on an Excel sheet, basically the borrowing sheet. Okay, so this person has also showed you. Then this person says, good topic by OP and great thread. I also have a question. Am I right that I have to register the copyright in case if I want to register at the PRO? I don't clearly understand bit selling at Bitstar. This what? Yeah, I sell beat, artists make songs. Yes, is like telling us I sell beats, artists make song, artists monetize the song at YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud. Here is the question: what what should I do, or what would I do if I want to collect royalties but hadn't copyrighted the beat earlier? Oh. So this is another tag of war. For me, I think this person would do, if they are selling, I believe I would handle this maybe in a video. In another video, I would handle this in another video. Let me just keep it. Maybe I would submit a video that is basically showing this, what I think about it. Let me copy it here and I put it here. Paste it here. Yeah. So we shall be maybe picking up from there. Then we need a get rich of the labels once and for all, and just do all the licensing with a blockchain. Thank everyone who take the time to answer. I read the whole topics and have more clear idea about copyright. So I would also say thank you for the topic, because at least we've also learned something, and I believe that my audience has also picked something from this topic, and we are now good to go. Okay, so we are now good to go. So thank you everyone who is basically watching this video, and please remember to hit that subscribe button, and also remember Distrokid is the best platform for you to distribute your music worldwide to different streaming platforms, and you start collecting your streaming royalties all over the different platforms and different plays all over the world. Okay, then also remember to register your songs with Songtrust and collect your mechanical and performance royalties. That is with digital download, performances, and so on and so forth in different countries. Okay, so all you need to do is to visit my description section. I always share a lot of content there. So there is a link to Songtrust, there is a link to Distrokid. And funny enough, do you know that you also need a website as an artist? So I have all of those links, and they're giving out discounts. Okay, so endeavor to see that you go visit them and register your songs. You will not regret. Thank you.